Hello and
Hi.
welcome to the next episode of
LH Crypto
Weekly Analysis. We could say that together.
Bitcoin call crash.
And stellar, pathetic performance.
National Chinese cryptocurrency. Chinese national cryptocurrency, right?
Right. The mainland Chinese cryptocurrency and its businesses with the United States.
And some news from Hong Kong. Good news.
And some news from US Stock Exchange and from USD. Good news.
Yay. And some news from Great Britain. Also good.
Finally a positive episode. Can't wait to begin.
Okay.
Bitcoin, as always.
Okay. Last week there was an announcement that a Thai crypto exchange is going to close. So everyone, and they advised not to deposit new funds, and like this week already, and they said like it would be best if you transfer your funds from our exchange as soon as possible, but by mid-September or something, right? And everyone was panicking, and due to that you could, well, I hope you could, trade Bitcoin for like 6,500 USD on that exchange, and then for still, well, lower than average 9,100, which is just hilarious because Bitcoin is actually doing great, and after our previous episode it has regained some power and now is traded for like 10,300 or something, and is really moving forward to 11,000. And this,
yeah, looks like this is just another period of growing. Yeah. Although comparing to the June performance, Bitcoin did not do well.
what about altcoins?
Yeah, just like his brother Stellar Lumen. Currency which graphs is really not as exciting as the graph of Bitcoin's price, continued a downtrend below 0.650. That's just after the dot. Resistance against the US dollar. Lumen price could accelerate. Stellar price could accelerate decline, but only if it breaks the 0.600 support. And there can be a key bearish trend forming in resistance with near 0.630 in the 4-hour chart, by the way. So the pair could only recover if it breaks this 0.630, and if it doesn't, well. Meanwhile, some new assets may appear and become a chance for some good profits and good cash. People's Bank of China plans to launch its own national cryptocurrency, which we had covered a few episodes ago. But the point is that they're doing it, and they're doing it with exceeding all the timetables. So the announcement,
Really fast.
yeah, the birth is scheduled on November 11th, 2019. Just to remind, the currency is intended to replace cash in circulation. Still, it's not intended to compete with non-cash yuan. So, yeah. 7 organizations will be allowed to implement the project in the first stage, and these are not only banks but also companies like major high-tech giants like Alibaba and Tencent. Well, this is liberal, this is quite wise, I believe. This will add to the stability of the new currency.
Indeed.
And so, back to the real world, where the winds of change, warm winds of change, are finally blowing towards stability. So what do we have there?
So there are also good news from Hong Kong, and their protests finally had some output, and they actually managed to get Carrie Lam, the head of Hong Kong government, to cancel this project for extradition to this continent part of China, and this is not all they were asking for. It's like one of the 5 Protestants demands, but it's something already, and maybe this will be a very good news for the markets of Southeast China, for their companies, indices, and just for the whole world. That's it.
So, good news were coming from mainland China too. Together with US, they finally agreed on Thursday to hold a high-level trade talks this year. Can you imagine this? In early October in Washington. So this is finally and officially confirmed information. Yeah.
From both sides.
Yes, because it was Chinese Vice Premier Liu He and US Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer who were speaking, It meant that trade teams from 2 countries will hold talks already in mid-September before the high-level talks, surely. And just like in every guy from finance, I'm warning you that this is a good chance for some insiders, leaks, and all the market will be watching those signals. And
maybe panicking.
Yeah, or glorying, enjoying the situation. So watch carefully for news, because this may be a good chance for profit, especially with the leverage up to 1 to 100 on Forex, which we have in LH Crypto. Although the news are getting better in a trade war, it is still uncertain on how will it finally go, because those tariffs which were to be imposed on the 1st September, they are imposed and they are already in action. So traders say that since trade tensions appear, they become the major driving force for stocks, even greater than monetary policy. And this Monday US was just having a rest, and that was just a breaking day. After Monday, the USD was going down, fell from 99.3 to below 98.3, whilst the perfect statistics from China dropped the supply management of US below 49, which actually is a statistical symbol of soon a recession. So, currently the USD is down, but don't expect it to get too long. And just one more thing, the rise won't be long. According to JP Morgan report published on Twitter, dollar devaluation will lead to loss of its global status as a world reserve currency. Spooky.
We're all waiting for it, but it never comes.
So just do not pay attention to this.
Okay. But do you know where else we have tension? In the UK. Brexit, and they're trying to postpone Brexit again. I mean, they were supposed to have it in March, right? And now it's October, and they don't want it in October either. And yes, and people are pretty happy about it. Well, or maybe excited, or maybe I don't know, maybe just giggling around. But anyway, the rate of GBP has grown by 0.3%.
Yeah, bouncing from one of the lowest levels in nearest history.
Well, in 3 years or so. So, let's see what happens. But I'm excited just to watch. It's enough. I hope they're going to be fine. But shorting is okay too for me.
By the way, just a few signals of how fine UK will be is coming next week. Time for economic calendar.
Yay!
Monday, September 9th and Tuesday, September 10th will come under the sign of UK, since UK manufacturing production month to month, which may throw GBP even more if Boris would not spit some another portion of anti-democratic anger. And UK average earnings index and UK claimant count change will be announced. So follow those of you who are playing with GDP. Rule Britain. So Wednesday, September 11th, US Producer Price Index, PPI, AK, month over month. 3rd September 12th, again, US core consumer price index, and well, it seems that it will be massively overshadowed by Eurozone central bank interest rate decision. And Friday, September 13th, US core retail sales month over month and US retail sales for the same period. Can't wait, the week is going to be hot.
That's all for today. Have a nice weekend. May the profit be with you. Bye.